Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between SOS and ShoWTimE on Overgrowth, the latter edition. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is ShoWTimE from Arma Gaming. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is SOS. Two very popular Protoss players on the channel, very well known for their micro and their macro and their decision making and all that is good. In StarCraft 2, I do expect this to be something of a barn burner. I don't expect to see anybody stomp over the other player just because ShoWTimE is just so technically accurate and SOS is just so terrifying in his own right. So both players are throwing down the gateway. Both players getting their assimilators as well. ShoWTimE a tiny bit behind in his timings when compared to SOS. That can make a difference at these high levels, or it could not. Second assimilator coming up for SOS. So again, it's a one base opener. We do not see the one gate expand in PvP just because it's a little bit too dangerous to do based on what your opponent can do to you with double adept openings and things like that. So at this point, we're going to see a one base opener. We'll see some poking back and forth, and we will see an expand eventually. Not many one base plays that we see on my channel anyway in the realm of the StarCraft 2. So there's that double gateway opening. Both players going for the exact same thing right now. Two workers on one of the gas for ShoWTimE and only, oh, there we go, three on the other one. Okay, he was just saturating when I looked, so that was funny. For a second there, it was 1 and 2, which I didn't make any sense whatsoever. 2 on an assimilator for SOS and 2 on the other one. So that tells me usually it's going to be an adept opening, but we've seen adept versus stalker. We've seen adept versus adept and stalker versus stalker here. There's really no right way to do this. Both players scouting at the exact same moment. I assume they've watched each other, and one of these players has recognized that the build is likely to come out of the other and just pretty much mirroring it at this point in time. So we do have, there we go, coming up, checking for expansions. Don't see one, no big surprise there. It is adepts for SOS and stalkers for ShoWTimE. Now the thing about adepts is they can keep your stalkers inside your base by threatening to psionic transfer back up your ramp and into your main if you try to move out. So stalkers, while they don't take any extra damage from adepts, and while they have extra range against adepts, it's just the mobility of the adept is what causes problems here for the player that went stalker. So we'll see how ShoWTimE manages to deal with this, whether or not this is something that he's going to have problems with or not. Both players are avoiding the supply block, which is always very nice. And again, I know I've said this before, but I'm trying a couple different video editing software techniques. So if you can give me some feedback on the visuals here, whether the quality seems good, what it usually is on the channel, and whether or not it is blurring when I move the camera like this, I would really appreciate that information for sure. So the adepts moving up along the left side, middle of this map. Stalkers moving to the south and going after this probe, actually. Jukes in and out of that Xel'Naga watchtower and this growth around it, and does manage to survive. Great job, probe. Way to survive there, buckaroo. So adepts walking into the main of ShoWTimE. Stalkers coming up to meet stalkers of SOS. What is here to save this? There's a mothership core with photon overcharge available. The adepts pick off a stray probe that I think was going to try to expand in all actuality there. And did ShoWTimE just straight up lose that battle? Where did his stalkers go? Oh, okay, they pulled back to the Xel'Naga watchtower. Couldn't see him on the minimap for a second there. Yeah, so they came in, saw the stalkers of SOS, and just backed the heck on out here. Adepts still trying to do stuff, but stalkers, there we go, getting some shots off, and there's the psionic transfer back into the main. See, this is exactly what we were talking about. Back up into the main base here. Again, photon overcharge is ready and waiting to punch these guys in the face. Regular attacks as well. There's the photon overcharge trying to get out. Possibly could kill this one adept, but no. Good micro means we get the heck on out of there. A forward pylon by ShoWTimE. Again, slow pylon. SOS scouts to the south, but the attack's coming anyway. 3 stalkers, 5 stalkers, and 2 adepts versus SOS's couple of stalkers here. I don't know. The pylon does not get photon overcharge because it gets destroyed first of all. Might actually end up losing this Nexus with SOS, but pushing up the ramp instead is ShoWTimE trying to get in here and kill the stalkers. One stalker ends up falling. Good job, good micro here. The adepts can't all quite fire. There's the photon overcharge, but Mothership Core sacrifices herself to make that happen. ShoWTimE very gladly comes back down the ramp. Is going to try to take down this Nexus with 5 stalkers and a single adept. Is there enough DPS? It forces a cancel anyway. There is the cancel on the Nexus, and ShoWTimE is able to keep his alive. 2 adepts are here watching this for ShoWTimE, but they can't do much against a building of that size. So good little early push there by ShoWTimE. Decides to head all the way back home, allowing SOS to replant that Nexus if he feels like it, and he does feel like it. Pretty secure in the knowledge that he's moderately ahead at this point. It's 30 to 25 harvesters. Photon overcharge killing an adept. No, gets out of the range. Amazing. And Silent transfers away before the mothership core can take her out here at ShoWTimE's base. Whew, incredible stuff. What do we got? Adepts are walking around this left side. One of them very low on HP, 10 HP. Both have 1 kill each, so maybe not the most effective adept harass of all time, and probably the most effective stalker harass we've seen of all time. Adepts trying to sneak in here. ShoWTimE adepts this time. Coming in here to the natural base of SOS, but no, they are surrounded by other adepts. They're surrounded by stalkers. They're probably likely going to die. One adept is killed, and the other one trying to sonic transfer out might actually make it. No. No, does not. And a disruptor drop. 4 probe kills. Wow, SOS brings the warp prism over with disruptors inside. Looks like they were discussing some lag a little bit there, but excellent drop there by SOS. ShoWTimE saw it and tried to micro his way out of that, but lost 4 probes in the process. Excellent job. And same story here for ShoWTimE. He's got the warp prism and the disruptor. It's just more of a defensive one at this point, I feel like. Sneaking back up around this bottom side, the warp prism, trying to find a place to go. Stalker's ready for it, though, trying to get shots off on that warp prism. Purification Nova catches a stalker, and the disruptor gets picked up and saved by SOS. That is some great micro there out of the Blue Protoss player. Just absolutely disgusting that he managed to pull that off there. Heading out this way, ShoWTimE coming down the bottom left, trying to bring his own disruptor action to the party. There is a pylon at the top left side of SOS's base. There we go, just scouting it out, recognizing what is going on, and there are stalkers here ready to receive. Purification Nova gonna fire, and actually pretty good hit there. Doesn't get the sentry, I thought it would, but it got an adept and a stalker, I believe is what we saw in that attack. So both players are taking some hits, kind of some jabs left and right, maybe to the sides, maybe a kidney shot. No one's actually close to dead yet. It is 43 to 36 harvesters. ShoWTimE has that lead. Might look to be taking a third Nexus at some point here, but here comes the Warp Prism again from SOS, moving into the natural base. There is nothing here. Purification Nova catches, 6 probes. Oh, man. Oh, that hurt. Immortal for SOS, wandering up here by itself. Meanwhile, Disruptor attack down here in the south as well. Does kill a couple of SOS's probes. What is this Immortal doing? Why is it? I don't understand. It does pick off a single Oracle, but it's dead otherwise. Did he just have that in the Warp Prism and had to leave it behind? It seems something that he had to do there. Another Purification Nova moving up into this mineral line, catching 3 probes and out, says SOS. Oh, ShoWTimE trying to return the favor, coming down. There's a million stalkers exactly where he wants to come into this natural base. Purification Nova catching a nothing, as it turns out. Great split there, great reaction time by the SOS, and ShoWTimE decides to head on back home. So it's 41 to 39 harvesters. SOS has taken the lead in worker count, having killed 15 probes to this point, which is an excellent display of skill and acumen on the part of the Blue Protoss player. Still alive, mind you, still alive is this Warp Prism with this singular disruptor inside it. This absolutely amazing disruptor inside. No, the Blink Stalkers almost get it. No, can't quite get it. A little bit too fast for him. Did take some damage off the shields, though, but he can afford to lose those, can SOS. Third base coming up for the ShoWTimE. Any sign of a third for SOS yet? He's kind of scouting the area out to see if he can take a third. And so far, it looks like he can. It's 92 to 88 total supply. SOS has a bit of a lead at this point in time. Stalkers and Immortals moving down to the south. Immortals here for ShoWTimE. Going to be a big deal. Guardian Shield coming up as well. And yes, SOS does not want any part of this whatsoever. Not at all. Not with 2 Immortals and a Disruptor in that group. SOS can add a Disruptor to his own group thanks to this Warp Prism, but there's only 1 Immortal of his that just now joined the party. Observer tries to fly through this main base of ShoWTimE, but does get taken down by Photon Overcharge and scouted by something. Was that? I don't know. Alright, so right Zelnaga Watchtower held by ShoWTimE. Purification Novas come in, and actually nice pick off. Getting SOS's Disruptor before the Nova can actually explode, saving his units there. Excellent engagement. Man, this is a really high-level game. Maybe I've been casting too much into the void lately, but this I'm super impressed here. Oh, catching the Warp Prism too, ShoWTimE. Blinking around to both sides of where that Warp Prism could escape, boxing it in and saying, nope, sayonara. Thank you for stopping by, but you are now completely dead. Here we go, another engagement. Stalker versus pure Stalker, plus an Immortal and some Sentry from SOS. Reinforcements coming in for ShoWTimE, though. There are his Immortals and his Disruptors. And going to chase down a little bit here, trying to find a good angle in which to engage at this point. Picks off Unadept and Unsentry. Has really nothing to take down another Adept. Dies these force fields, but that's okay. Can sneak around them anyway at this point. Third base, no third base for SOS yet. It's 41 to 50 Harvester. ShoWTimE's macro has been insane in this game here. Stalker versus Blink. Stalker blinking on out. Nova comes up to discourage any pursuit, and it does its job well at this point in time. Couple of Adepts hanging out in the third base location for SOS, just getting murdered by these Stalkers, though. Hey, guys, see you later. Oh, all right, so ShoWTimE setting up shop at the left, bottom-ish left zone along a watchtower with his Stalkers, with his Sentries. Again, no upgrades for anyone. Protoss is not huge on upgrades in PvP. Not even SOS is getting them at all. He is working on +1 ground weapons, but just now at the 10-minute mark. So I guess he feels it could be useful at some point. Nova comes in, does catch, no, the blink. At the last second, the blink from SOS. Ugh, gorgeous blink. Another Nova comes in. We haven't really seen Disruptor Tennis in a long time, I feel like, but that's what we're seeing today. Disruptor Tennis for sure. Both players setting volleys back and forth. A good hit there by ShoWTimE, but not taking too much out. SOS could afford to lose a couple Adepts in that location. Picking off the Sentries that are lagging behind the rest of ShoWTimE's army, then pulling back. They're just going hit and run techniques here. What it seems like we're doing is the hit and run. Nova hit, back out. Nova hit, back out. We have more Novas. There are, how many Disruptors for each player here? 2 for SOS and 5 for the ShoWTimE. Nova comes in. Oh, almost gets the hit, but the blink forward, killing the Disruptor. And I don't think that Nova actually killed anything. Might have hit an Immortal, but not enough to one-shot it. SOS going to push into this natural base. He will be trapped if he goes. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about this positioning and what he wants to do, and he has a better arcade, better concave than his opponent. Force fields again helping with that. Third base up and running. Third base finished as well for SOS back home. More Disruptors on the way for SOS, and ShoWTimE continuing to up that count. 129 to 146 total supply. We do have, again, just Guardian Shields, Stalkers, Purification Novas running into everything, and there's a blink, but catching a couple Sentries. Nicely done by SOS, getting those off. So we haven't seen any huge hits. These players are too good for that. But reinforcing units coming from ShoWTimE, and SOS deciding it is time. It is time to back away. More Disruptors joining the battle at the front. 42 to 60 Harvesters. Third base happily saturated for ShoWTimE at this point in time. Forcing a cancel on a forward pylon there by ShoWTimE, where the army is for SOS. I think that's more of a scouting pylon anyway. Nova does catch a Stalker, or possibly that was the enemy Stalkers there. Are we going to actually stand still and fight a little bit here, you guys? No, it's just they do little bits of damage, picking little pieces apart from the opponent's bat or army, and then just backing on out. Nobody's really committing here. They recognize that moving in too far means that like 3 or 4 or 5 Purification Novas just massacre you, so they have to back out. Nova's up at this third base. There's the blink in there by SOS, though. Purification Nova catching a couple of the Disruptors for ShoWTimE. Nova exploding a bunch of Stalkers there as well of SOS. Both players losing quite a bit at this point. 149 to 119 total supply. We do have Adepts down at the third base of SOS trying to take down probes, but responding Adepts from SOS are dealing with that. ShoWTimE trying to expand while under attack here at this gold base, forcing a cancel, though. Is SOS recognizing, no. Nope. Not going to happen. So SOS losing some workers there. It's 56 to 39 total supply. Again, big time hits from those Novas in that last battle. About time we saw some of those. About time we saw them. Resources lost about 8,000 for SOS and about 7,000 for ShoWTimE. So nobody's really super in the lead at this point. Nova, oh, does catch all of the Disruptors. Was that every Disruptor that SOS had? I think it was. Oh, big time major play there. Blinking right on top. Doesn't have to worry about Disruptors anymore, except for these two that come up. They get killed before they can explode. No, he catches ShoWTimE's Disruptors. Catches 3 or 4 of those, but SOS just getting absolutely massacred, and that is it. A good game. Oh, a good game out of SOS. ShoWTimE is victorious. What an absolutely beautiful PvP. Holy shamoly. I don't... I mean, what it came down to is Disruptor hits. It really was. SOS did such a great job not taking any major damage from those Disruptor shots, but, I mean, in the end... What? There were 3 left for ShoWTimE, and he had made 10 total. I mean, there were just a ton of Disruptors out there for ShoWTimE, and that one big hit, catching those 3 Disruptors of SOS, left him bereft of disruptor defense there. ShoWTimE blinks on top of it. Reinforcing disruptors come from the south. From SOS, one gets picked off, one gets another hit on ShoWTimE's disruptors, but it's not enough. It is not enough. Too many stalkers getting that surround on SOS's units. He had this 4th base coming up as well, only 3 bases around for SOS, and that was it. SOS decided to tap on out. So beautiful defense for the most part from ShoWTimE. Good harassment as well, but again, winning the engagement when it mattered. That is what ShoWTimE is all about. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.